Hariom everyone. Today's shloka is from Dhyana Yoga-6.1. Anāśhritaḥ karma-phalam kāryaṁ karma karoti yaha sa sannyāsī ca yogī ca na niragnir na chākriyaḥ. Those who perform prescribed duties without desiring the results of their action are actual sanyāsīs, renunciates, and yogis, not those who have merely ceased performing sacrifices such as Agnihotra yajna or abandoned bodily activities. Anāśhritaḥ, not desiring, karma-phalam, results of action, kāryaṁ, obligatory, karma, work, karoti, perform, one who serve that person, sannyāsī, in the renounced order, cha and yogi, cha and na not, ni without, agniḥ fire, na not, cha also, akriyaḥ without activity. So let's see what is the meaning each of us understood, and we can put it across here. Who wants to go first?
Yeah, Shobhaji, I go first.
Yes, Santosh.
So, the shloka talks about here, Krishna says, anybody for that matter, whoever we call a sannyāsī or a Agnihotri, anybody can be, it can be a sannyāsī. Like, whenever we do the actions, our karma in the form of action, not expecting the fruit of the action, and always pointing his mind in the self, which means outside he will be working with 100% actions, and he does all the activities like a normal human being, but from inside he will not be having katrutva, gnatrutva. So, which means he is the real sannyasi. In society, we say a person who wears khavi, means that yellow dress, who sits in the ashram and person who, preaches. And if he is not in the self and he claims that the action fruit, then he is nowhere called as a sannyasi. So this is what the shlokas talks about. How I understand in my ways, earlier, whenever I start doing work, I mean, especially my daily routine as a karma action, I was getting disturbed because I was claiming there, like I am doing this, why I have been treated like this. Especially when it comes to my work, after attending the classes, after attending AVC classes and Bhagavad Gita classes, so now the actions, whatever I perform, I am not a doership. I don't have a doership there. Absolutely. And yes, morning starts, we'll have a stand-up meeting and we'll have a number of shoutings. Okay, that's part of the work and we'll start our work, and at the end again, there'll be a lot of disturbance happening, but still I'm doing my work. And even after working for 18 hours or 19 hours, so very interesting story I wanted to share. Like, we had an appraisal cycle. Okay. Last month in April. Somebody, sir, what is this, sir? This time appraisal is so bad. Even I was also in the same, mood earlier. I mean, this time appraisal is so bad, whatever salary I was getting, cut. I was not really influenced by that. I'm not a doer here. He's only doing and he just okay, going on. I'm working, I'm getting whatever I'm getting. That's it. I mean, I was able to, witness, as a witness there, even 10 people used to come and talk to me the same way. Again, 11th time, my mind is story. Yeah, what is this happening? Even I am also getting into trap or what? No. How I? And I am not doer. How can I claim that I wanted to do this or do that? Okay, fine. Whatever has happened, happened. Whatever is this one is, I'll definitely get. I mean, this is how things are going, and they were people who actually came to this project and run away within a month and 2 months. From 8 months, I am just not claiming myself as I am working, and it is still going on. Even at the midnight 2 o'clock they will call. I'll get up and I'll work. Even 12 o'clock also I am get up and work. There I absolutely don't have anything. I just say, okay, I might have done something to him. That's the reason this manager is calling me and doing. Okay, fine, let me do it. And things are going on. This is what I can, I contemplate and I can share my experience.
I will go.
No, Saranji,
Yeah.
don't you have questions for Sanjay?
Yeah, correct. Sarvanji.
I felt like the answer is complete and
Correct. That is the reason, nowadays we are getting completed actually.
Santosh ji gave the example of appraisal, so it is complete, no, Saravanan ji?
Yeah.
Connecting very well.
It was so well connected, and okay, fine, whatever happened. Okay.
Yeah. So, Santosh ji, this is like it's a good continuation of the discussion we had in the morning about doing meditation or yogas, right? Where one feels at bliss when you're doing, right? And then like you and then we get to this the regular chores, okay? And what was the difference, right? Is it that you see a big difference in the day-to-day work versus like being in a satsang or doing meditation? So I just want to set a context to you so that you will also get it. So do you see any kind of difference actually?
Yes, of course, there is
What
lot
kind
of
of difference do you see?
See, difference in the sense, see, I do very less meditation because Guruji has taught me open eye meditation. Okay. So whenever I basically see, I travel by metro. Okay. And whenever I see people, I become very sakshi, like, in the sense, like I'll go to my Saswarupa and I see everybody as myself. And everybody are talking, everybody are doing. Okay. See, actions are performed by the various bodies, and but from the point of Sakshi, everybody are one. And Guruji also taught us to, always keep your concentration in Agna. In that way, I'm aware of what I'm doing. And this practice has, changed my way of thinking. I'll be present always, even when I speak to my manager, even when I speak to my team member, I'll be present. I'll be, concentrating from my Agna, and I'll be targeting whatever he's talking. But I'll be present to that. No way there is no mismatch. Earlier, my mind was somewhere. Used to talk, okay, whichever is interested, I used to accept it. Whichever is not interested, I was, my focus was out of context. Okay. That is one part what I.
So naturally, you are able to be in this state throughout the day.
No, throughout the day it is not possible, sir. I'm practicing it. I am practicing throughout the day. Then no.
Okay.
Throughout the day it is not, but I try to be there. Again, mind goes out of the context, and again I'll pull it back. And this is how it is going on. Being a sadhaka, I'm practicing it.
Okay.
But
yeah.
That is where I stand.
Okay.
But things are changing. Things are changing. From the Swadhyaya diary, Guruji used to say, write a Swadhyaya diary. In the graph, if I say, Yeah, there are slight progress in my graph. I can see that graph progressing. Might be not fully.
What is this Swadhyaya diary? Can you please?
And in Satya Darshana, Guruji used to say that, see, every day you write your, see, today what happened? Today I felt stressed because of so and so. Write it down. And what is the impact of that? Okay, by how much time it took for you to recovery? Okay, like that you keep on write everyday activity and see your progress. See, this Adhyatma Chintan is not like, it will one day you will become Mukti or one day, but the slow progress will lead you to that stage. So this has been told by Guruji in one of the Satya Darshana. So yeah, I have just, earlier I used to write every day, but now, I am present to certain things and I get recovered. Earlier it was taking for me might be days, and now the graph has reduced to 1 hour, 2 hour. Then again, it has still reduced to 5 minutes or 2 minutes, but I am present to that in that way. Yeah,
Okay,
this is what,
very nice.
yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
very nice, very nice. So yeah, that's why I wanted to add, like if we can integrate this learning into all the actions, and the whole day turns out to be very blissful. And
Correct.
this verse goes towards that, saying why even like one has to separately, I would say, like go and try to sit quietly or try to run away from something. That's how, if I have to go and sit and close my eyes, I at times I feel that am I trying to run away from something by trying to sit and close? Can I be in that state while doing the day-to-day work? Right?
Correct.
And how can I get that? Then the answer is here. Right? Do it as uh, perform duty and without desiring the result. And actually, and we saw that in the previous verse, karma-phalam, right? The enjoyer of all the result is him, is Krishna, right? So when you perform all the task without looking at the result, there is a lot more freedom in actually doing in doing that karma, in the action whatever you're doing, right? And so the one who is able to do that throughout the day, right, all the actions without expectations, and offering that to the Lord, right? That becomes he becomes a yogi, and not necessarily the one who has to sit and do who is doing separately, right? It's not that like you do the yajna separately and then like your day-to-day work is not aligned. If it's not aligned, then you're not there yet, and you cannot abandon these bodily activities and say that I am becoming a yogi. That's so. That's why I was trying to tell Padmaji before the when we were discussing before the starting of the class, right? At home, my wife, my kids, and at office, my colleagues, they are the biggest gurus. Okay, I face test every day and like
Every
a
day.
lot more often. uh,
Correct.
right. So it's not easy. Or I would say it takes lot of practice to be in this to remain as what has been told, right? Or like what I am learning as the right one. To synchronize my living to that, it requires a lot of practice, and I see these as my daily gurus, my wife and kids and colleagues at work. And
Correct.
I cannot try to run away or get angry or upset, and that's the ultimate test every day. I see myself at.
Even me stand in the same position. 100%.
Santosh, yeah, I feel there like you are not tested that well. like us.
No. Testing
Because
is
yours is
happening.
a special case, okay?
No, my special case, but still we recover soon. So recovery is very fast
No,
in
no,
our
no, no,
case.
no, no. See, the partner also knows the same thing.
No,
Then
the
it's
problem
very
is
different.
here. Now
It's
the
you.
fighting is started with Vedanta. The Vedanta fight has started now. Earlier we used to fight like layman language. Now
What's the
Vedanta language.
Vedanta fight? Okay.
Vedanta fight is like you say you're not a body. Okay, fine. This is what.
No food today.
No, no. Today is different, but you're using the way you want. Like you wanted to use the Vedanta the subject the way you want. It's not like what is written there, but you're using the way you want. This is how the fight starting. But we are back to the square one within span of 5 minutes or 2-3 minutes. I mean, that is a
that
great
will be a good skit actually.
correct,
This
correct.
one.
And one insight what I got from this shloka today is even though there is not necessary that you can chit chat, you can do anything, but from internal, you are in the self means which will not even disturb the outside communication. Yes, you can go ahead and do it. This is what I got from this shloka. I mean, earlier when we keep on talking about something else, that situation makes us I'll be one with that. Yes, actually, I'll not be in a Sakshi, but I might be, I'll be in a Sakshi, then I'll become that part and again coming back. But by this shloka gave me that, no, we should not go chit chat, we should be present. But this shloka gave me complete insight of, yes, you can do, you can chit chat, you can do everything. But from the inside, what you are in that self. Yes, that is fine. Other than, being unattached. I mean, being unattached from inside. From outside, whatever you can do it. Be unattached from inside. As a sannyāsī. Shloka, what Krishna has given us. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Yes, Shivaji.
Padmaji, you want to?
Continue on that answer.
Yeah, I think today from morning it's the same thing, different variations. Yeah. So yes, if you're established in who you are, then it is easier to perform actions in the outside world or in the external world. Why is this? Is because I feel earlier, even in the beginning of the Vedanta classes, it was always like, what will I get? Or more than, then after one point it became not what will I get, but I am doing this, so in return also I am not getting something good. So then one level up, and then after that it started becoming like, okay, I will do whatever I can do, but then you're still judging the other side also. That was also one stage. So you're not expecting anything, but then you are judging others because of you not expecting. So that kind of different plays of ego and your made up self figures out from time to time. However, like Santoshi said, as you progress in this, now there is one indifference. I won't say if the journey is complete yet, but there is one indifference as to whether I get any recognition, or whether whatever is coming to me is positive or negative. That doesn't matter. Earlier it used to be, okay, if it is positive, it is very good. If it is negative, it was difficult to take. Then there came a point where if there is no negative, you are okay. Positive is good, but there is no negative, you are better, something like that. But now even if the positive comes, you are not so elated, and negative also doesn't impact you much. So you do it because it is your dharma, not because you expect something in return. So that has kind of evolved slowly. It has not happened overnight. It is a progressive thing. So, and I think you are not able to notice it also until it is a little bit more impactful in your life. Very subtle changes you are not able to notice, or you need more awareness to notice that. However, when the changes are have progressed to a certain extent, then, and if a similar situation plays out, and then your actions are different, or you don't have a reaction, then that kind of, then the awareness is there. See, it was the same situation, but good. See, I did not react the way I had earlier. So when you notice that, then you understand that yes, there is progress. It is happening. So let me, continue doing those things. It is in the right track. Something like that. You get a, you get a, um, you get one information like that within yourself. So, uh, so I think it is easier also. I feel once you start practicing this, it is easier at multiple levels, whether it is physical, mental, and emotional. I think when there is no stress of all this, the anxiety and the worrying, and then the jealousy or whatever is associated emotions with these things, if it is not there, it is easier to perform the things, and it has not much impact on your body, your own body and mind. It doesn't have much impact. Otherwise you carry it, there is some heaviness within you. Even despite the physical work or whatever you are doing or not doing, there is one exhaustion at the level of the mind, which considerably reduces if you are acting like this. So that is my understanding from the shloka. Thank you.
Thank you, Padmaji. Yeah, what I understood from this shloka is Krishna is giving us an easier path here as to how we can follow. Where he's saying that we don't have to renounce our world and do yagas, yajnas, and unlike other sanyāsīs who do bodily activities like standing in one leg, all those things, you don't have to do all those things. But being in the grihastha itself, you can do all the duties what you're supposed to do and do all your karmas without expecting anything and give up the doership. If that is being done, then you are a pure sannyāsī, is what Krishna is pointing us towards. If I have to take the example of somebody who lives that by example, I would take Modi ji as example. He does all the work without expecting any results. And personally, I have seen Prabhuji and Vijay ji do this with no expectation. So being in grihastha and as Krishna says, not all these not being a sannyasi in grihastha itself, they are leading by example by doing all the services, expecting nothing in return, but only giving the jnana to all of us. So by doing that way, they are being an example of how we can lead our life without expecting anything in return. And this will help us in leading a blissful life.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sannyasa is not
Having
body
yeah,
related, where
yes.
you drop, or karma
Yeah.
related, that you drop something or you change it.
Yeah, sir has put it rightly, no? Whose mind is
Okay.
deposited in truth, not somebody who wears a sannyasi dress or a ochre colored dress. It's the person whose mind is deposited in truth. Sir, your take on this.
And
Yeah.
before that, maybe we should
Can we
check with
request
Vamsiji.
Vamsiji whether Vamsiji has anything to share?
Yeah.
No, sir, for now.
No, you were able to. I'm not sure because we have some context for our discussions. So just want to know you are able to get something from this discussion today, what we are talking about.
Yes, sir, I'm understanding. This is my first session.
Sorry, I didn't get. Is it possible to summarize in 1 or 2 lines what you what you got from this discussion?
Without expecting any result, what we are doing. So
Huh? And why is Krishna saying do it without expecting the result?
like karma-phala in the sense,
Maybe in some like from your own example, you can share how's your experience when you are doing work in office or doing activities at home. What is the state of mind? How?
currently I can't give an example, like this is the first session. So what's now?
No, I'm not saying dropping the desire for the results. When you, so we are involved in doing all the time, be at home or at work, right? And usually how is your state of mind as you are going through, as you're navigating through this jungle of actions, I would say. Like how is the state of mind? Are you in peace? Are you well settled? Or is there any anxiety? Is there expectation? Is there worry, concern?
Expectations.
Like for example, at work, maybe we'll go more specifically. When you're doing work, do you like, as you do, like, do you feel very free, or is there expectation of what will happen? Will the maybe promo or like salary revision or some appreciation from the managers?
So, like what I feel by working on, I will be very free, not taking any tense for the further work. Presently, whatever work I'm doing, that will be enough. That's what, like till the state of the mind, I'm thinking that for that point on, not more than that. More extension, more expectations from the managers.
Okay, so no expectations, is it?
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, Vamsi, just to get an idea, like how many years of experience you have at work?
Like I'm having like 4 years of experience.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay. And and I'm sure like you are a lot more focused in learning a lot of new stuff and uh, gaining experience now.
Yes.
And at any point of time, have you seen when you are discussing with friends, is there any comparison thing comes up, what others are doing, how they are getting treated, or they are compensated there in other companies?
Yes. These are all the things will happen in the routine life.
Mm-hmm.
These are all things.
And like have you ever felt has it disturbed you any time, or like if there are two different paths between, let's say, you and your close friends?
Yeah, whatever efforts I'll keep now, that efforts will be like 100% effort I get. Whatever I'll get, that will be for sure. Like if anyone will get that, for sure I'll get. But comparison with other people are not expecting comparison only that way. So efforts, whatever I'll keep, that will be 100%. Then output will also get 100% for sure. That's what my state of mind is.
Okay, very nice. I'm a big fan of uh, the fresh grads and the young engineers in my team always, because they have less complexities in the head. Okay, and I can see that you are one of them. And usually what I've seen is, as people gain more and more experience, the questions or they become a lot more serious, or it slowly changes. While the ones in the beginning, and they are all like they are a lot more happy and blissful and hardworking. Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah, Vijayji. I think.
Thank you. Thank you,
yeah,
Saranji. Thank you. Yeah. So let's look at the context of this particular shloka. This is the first shloka of Dhyana Yoga. So what is that Sri Krishna is doing? So what are the first first 5 chapters? Fundamentally, if you look at it, there are 2 broad sections in the first 5 chapters till now. There is Arjuna's grief. That is the very first chapter. Then Sri Krishna started teaching him the essential knowledge, which we learnt as Sankhya. And the next 3 are all related to karma, action. So when you and I look at our own existence, in one sense, there are 2 dimensions to your and my existence. There you are. Who you are is one question that you need to answer. But you know you are there. I am there. I am here. I am doing something. I'm there. I was talking. I was eating. I went there. I did that. So in all these, when you narrate the story of your life, if I ask you to narrate your story of life, you will narrate something, which you did, went, ate, wore, gathered, lost, all that. And there'll be something else in that all these sentences, which is going to be constant. I ate, I went, I did, I lost, I gained. So like that, there's a I, whose something around that I is changing. So when you notice the story of any one of our life, it is essentially only these 2 aspects. There is an I, and there is something that is changing around that I. So the first and foremost fundamental question that you and I should be asking ourselves is, who is this I who's gaining, losing, winning, crying, shouting? Who is this I? And that is the first fundamental question that Sri Krishna helped us to address. When he taught us that, hey, you are not your body, because your body is constantly changing. You're also not your mind, because your mind is also constantly changing, because you're learning something new, you are forgetting something old. So the place where all this information churn is happening is what you call as your mind, and that is also changing. You are something which is beyond both these, which is unchanging. Because the first fundamental issue that you and I have in life, which is the issue that even Arjuna had, due to which he cried, he was feeling miserable, he was having all the tension, worry. In the very first chapter, if you notice the sensations or the experiences that Arjuna is experiencing, he's essentially talking about tension, stress. Then my body is heating up, and I'm getting mightily confused. So these are all the states of the mind when we get involved in a particular situation, and where you and I may feel, oh, the situation has a power over me. Same state of mind is what Arjuna had. So from there, the very first thing that Sri Krishna taught him is, look, you are not this particular thing that you are calling yourself as, which is the body and the mind. You are not all the titles that you've gathered. You are not all that biographical information that you've gathered. You are something far more, far bigger, far more divine than any of this. This is the first essential truth that Sri Krishna taught. Then the next essential truth, which is your and my existence also, is we also are in this so-called world of transaction. So in all the sentences that we just now saw, I, who is this I? Is one aspect. But this I is involved, and something around this I is changing. eating, going, meeting, losing, winning, all these things. So the changing aspect, see, your life and my life will be in harmony only when both these aspects are aligned, is it not? So if I simply keep on saying that I am this essence who is not the body and the mind, but then all of you just now expressed various situations of life where you and I have to play various roles as a mother, as a father, as a brother, as a sister, as a boss, as an employee, as a Indian, 100 different roles you and I have to play. So the next 3 chapters, Sri Krishna is essentially teaching you and me how to play that role in a way that it is the most enjoyable process. If we truly understand the essence of that, then job is done. That's all that is there. There are only 2 aspects to life. I am there and I'm involved with so many things. If I know how to be involved with so many things in a way, what Sri Krishna calls as yogaha karmasu kaushalam, skillful action. If I know the skillful action, job done. If I know who I am, job done. That's all that is there. And this is essentially what he taught in the 2nd chapter and 3 to 5 chapters. Now he wants to take us deeper. At the end of the day, Bhagavad Gita is not a text of mere intellectual information. It is not simply about, okay, you are not the body and the mind. Remember that and write it down 100 times. Now, who are you? Okay, according to Sri Krishna in Shloka 2.3, I am. That is not what Sri Krishna wants. That is not what Sadguru wants. It is the essential truth of life. Truth means what? Something that does not change from place to place, time to time, which means it must be true here and now for you and me. Then it must be something that is always there. That is what you and I refer as Satya, truth. So what you and I are required through Bhagavad Gita is truth, realize and use to be able to live that truth, not simply intellectually recollect the truth. So therefore, Dhyana Yoga is a very important chapter. What is Dhyana? We may have 100 different ideas. So especially in today's world, you go to YouTube and just type meditation, you will see millions of things coming your way. Okay. But one of the simplest way to understand dhyana is to consciously rest your mind and to be in your true nature. That's all it is. Or in other words, if you look at your day, any particular day, which part of the day is the most blissful part of your day? When you are in deep sleep. Correct? So deep sleep, you say, wow, what a nice, relaxing experience it was. Can you be in such a relaxed state even when you are playing the role? That's all that is there to dhyana. So now, dhyana, you and I may have a idea that, oh, it is to do with closing the eyes and sitting and looking at what, okay, maybe breath. So like that, there may be some other idea. There's nothing wrong with that idea. But here, first and foremost, fundamentally, we have to realize that to be in a relaxed state means what? To be in your true nature is what is the essential focus of dhyana is. And here in this chapter, Sri Krishna wants you and me to learn how to be in that state 24/7. That's all. Job is done. 24/7 means there is no more. Okay, only when I sit with my eyes closed and early morning 6:30 to 7:30, I am doing meditation. There is no doing meditation. Sri Krishna is not teaching us how to do meditation. Sri Krishna is teaching us how to be in your true nature, which is how to be meditative all through. So towards that, the very first thing that he wants us to realize is we have an idea of a sannyāsī. So especially in the traditional way of spiritual growth, the idea was you have to go away from the home and sit and meditate. And as you deepen your meditation, then only you realize your true nature. So you have to meditate. And to meditate means what? To give up other things. Because you have to sit and close your eyes, no? So you have to give up other things. So who gives up? Ayo, I have hundreds of things. I don't have time. I cannot give up. So somebody says, no, I will give up. I will give up my wife, my husband, my money, my clothes, everything I'll give up and I'll go. And I'll wear a colored dress and I'll become a sannyāsī. So this is the context for this particular shloka. So to kind of, see it in a little funny way, if I ask you, who you think this child is, or what is the picture you're seeing, you and I can very easily know. What is that? A child is wearing the dress of a doctor. Correct?
Not
All
a
of us
doctor.
have played this. Correct. So we have played this in different ways. But now I'll ask you a simple question. So would you go to this doctor? Would you go to this doctor for your stomach ache or your body pain or something? No, right? None of us would go. Why? Because you and I know it is not the dress that makes the doctor. It is not the dress that makes the sannyāsī. So what is that makes a doctor a doctor? Of course, various things. First and foremost, they have to have that feeling that I want to heal somebody. And they should be able to put all that effort and dedication and sleepless night and all that they have to do to learn. And then they have to be able to work with others to solve, right? Then only you and I would call them as a doctor, is it not? So similarly here, the colored dress that somebody wears is not going to make somebody a sannyāsī. So therefore, what is the word sanyāsī or sannyāsa? What it really means is samyak nyāsaha iti sannyasaha. The word sannyasa or sannyāsī, the word, when you interpret that, the root of that, what it says is samyak nyasaha iti sannyasaha. Samyak nyasa, the right orientation or the right deposit of the mind. It is nothing to do with the dress. It is in what direction your mind is the essential meaning of the word sannyasa. What is the direction of your mind and my mind generally? Is always towards the outside world. Doing. Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. No need to escape that. But can I be in a meditative state even when I'm doing? Is the secret that you and I have to learn. And that is what essentially Sri Krishna again is reiterating here. Those who prescribe the duties without expecting the result. Because in the doing part of your and my life, there are only three aspects in doing. There is some aim, there is some action, there is a fruit of the action. You and I have some aim. Okay, I want to build a house, a aim. And you and I are doing some action towards it. And then that action may result in that house or it may not result in that house. It could be as big as that or it could be as small as at 8:30 I want to go and eat pani puri. Aim like that. 8:30 I want to go and eat pani puri. And as soon as the class is over, I get up and I want to go to eat pani puri. Rain comes. Cheh! So rain has spoiled my fruit of the result, or the result. You know, I wanted to eat pani puri, no more I can eat pani puri. Why? It is raining. So like that, any action I do towards a aim, I have to accept two possible outcomes, success or failure. This is all the game of doing is, if you really notice, that's all we call as doing. Aim, action, result. Aim, action, result. And the action and the result has two components, success or failure. So here Sri Krishna is saying, without desiring the result of action, means what? Success or failure, don't be worried about will it be only success, or don't be worried what if I fail. Simply focus on your action. Focus on the method, focus on the process, not on the result. If you want an outcome, you of course can have an aim. Of course, you need to have an aim. Then only there is a direction. But then when you're performing the action, perform the action without at all any worry to the result of the action. And the one who masters this art of action is a true sannyāsī. Why? Because the one who is not attached to the outcome
Is free.
is free. Because no more that which is causing the tension in the mind. Will I pass? Will I pass? Will it come? Will it come? Will I get the hike? Will I get the hike? That worry is now gone. When that worry is not there, your very nature is that of a true sannyāsī. What is that? What does it mean? Your very nature is peace. Your very nature is bliss. And that simply continuously shines. Like how wonderfully many of you explained. Even when I'm talking to my boss, Santoshji was saying, he is able to simply notice all the words that are coming, and without necessarily offering a reaction, see what is that next step to take. So when you and I have no reaction to what is coming our way, the world of action is what? Simply something keeps coming our way through our five senses. And all the trouble of our life is, I want or I don't want in what is coming our way. Simply learning to accept whatever is coming our way and choosing what is the next step to take. That's all the real secret is. The one who masters this is a true sannyāsī. And that is what Sri Krishna is teaching us here. Not a person who simply gives up the cloth and gives up the day-to-day
Yes.
activities. There is nothing to give up really. So this is in a way, he's teaching you and me how to be in meditation or how to be meditative even when you and I are very actively involved in life. And this picture that you're seeing is inspired by, there is one great Kannada poet called as DVG, and he has written one wonderful book called as Kagga. It is also called as the Kannada's Bhagavad Gita. There he has this wonderful Kagga. Essentially what he says is, you and I have to make two rooms in our home called mind. In one room, you and I can play whatever drama that you and I want to play. That he calls as outer room. A room where you invite everybody and anybody in the world. But have an inner room where only you and you and you alone are there. As long as you have this approach, you will be a true sannyāsī. Hari Om.
Yeah. Vijay, I just want to add few
Yeah.
more along with that. Nothing to give up and nowhere to go and no one to run away from and no one to love or hate.
Absolutely. Any
Thank you.
other additions or any questions from anyone? Vamsiji, is all these discussions bringing a clarity to what the shloka is pointing at?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Shubhaji, then shall we conclude? Hari Om.